Alright, so in this problem, I have a to the power of 3 plus a squared is equal to 392. So I obviously want to find the value of a here. So for my solution, I'm going to first start by rewriting my equation here. So I get a to the power of 3 plus a squared is equal to 392. And now I'm going to subtract 392 on both sides. So then these two cancel out, and this turns into a to the power of 3 plus a squared minus 392 is equal to 0. Now from here, I can rewrite negative 392 as negative 343 minus 49. And the reason I did this was because 343, this is something cubed, and 49 is something squared. And notice how we have something cubed, something squared. So I'm going to change the order of this. Actually, first I should rewrite 343 as 7 cubed and 49 as 7 squared. So we have a cubed plus a squared minus 7 cubed minus 7 squared. Sorry, this is 0. And now I'm going to change the order to this to group the cubes and then group the squares. So I have a to the power of 3 minus 7 to the power of 3 plus a squared minus 7 squared is equal to 0. Now, here are two properties that we're going to use for this. So to start, if I have something in the form a to the power of 3, sorry, actually I should do x to the power of 3 minus y to the power of 3, this is equal to x minus y times x squared plus y squared plus xy. And now if I have something in the form x squared minus y squared, this is equal to x plus y times x minus y. So in this case, x is equal to a and y is equal to 7. We're going to first start by rewriting a to the power of 3 minus 7 to the power of 3 in this form. So this is going to be equal to a minus 7 times a squared plus 7 squared plus 7 times a, which is just 7a. And now I have this plus x squared minus y squared. This is x plus y times x minus y. So it's going to equal a plus 7 times a minus 7. And this is all equal to 0. Now notice how both of these terms have a common factor of a minus 7. So if I factor out a minus 7, I get a minus 7 times a squared plus 7 squared plus 7a plus a plus 7 is equal to 0. And this simplifies to a minus 7 times a squared plus 8a plus 49 plus 7, and 49 plus 7 is 56. So this is equal to 0. Now from here, I get two equations. I get a minus 7 is equal to 0, and I get a squared plus 8a plus 56 is equal to 0. So for a minus 7 equals 0, I can add 7 on both sides. So then these two cancel out, and I get a equals 7. And for a squared plus 8a plus 56 is equal to 0, I can use the quadratic formula, which is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So in this case, a is 1, b is 8, and c is 56. So I get a is equal to negative 8 plus or minus the square root of b squared, so a squared minus 4 times 1 times 56 all over 2a. and this is equal to negative 8 plus or minus the square root of 8 squared, which is 64, minus 4 times 56, which is 224, all over 2. And this turns to negative 8 plus or minus the square root of negative 180. And notice how you the square root of a negative number, so this will not work. So our only solution is a equals 7. So now to check, the original equation was a to the power of 3 plus a squared is equal to 392. So we have a equals 7, so I get 7 to the power of 3 plus 7 squared is equal to 392. Now, 7 to the power of 3 is 343, and 7 squared is equal to 49. So I have 343 plus 49 is equal to 392, meaning 392 is equal to 392. Alright, so in this problem, I have 500 squared minus 499 squared. So, I actually have two methods to solve this problem. So, for method 1, first start by rewriting this, 500 squared minus 499 squared. And, well, first off, I'm going to rewrite 500 squared. So 500 squared, this is the same thing as 499 plus 1 squared. And if I have something in the form a plus b squared, this is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So in this case, a is 499, and b equals 1. So this turns into 499 squared plus 2 times 499 times 1 plus 1 squared. And now this is equal to 499 squared plus 998 plus 1. And remember, at the end here, I have negative 499 squared. So now we can add that back in. And 499 squared minus 499 squared, these two cancel out. So I'm left with 998 plus 1. And this is equal to 999. So that is the first method of solving this problem. Now for method 2, I'm going to rewrite my problem, 500 squared minus 499 squared. And now this time, last time we rewrote 500 squared, right? This time I'm going to rewrite 499 squared. So 499 squared is the same thing as 500 minus 1 squared. And if I have something in the form a minus b squared, this is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So, in this case, a is 500 and b is 1. So this is going to turn into 500 squared minus 2 times 500 plus sorry, minus 2 times 500 times 1 plus 1 squared. And this simplifies to 500 squared minus 1000 plus 1. And now we can go back and replace 499 squared with this. So we get 500 squared minus 500 squared minus 1000 plus 1. And this is all in parentheses, by the way. So now this is equal to 500 squared. And now we're going to distribute the negative sign. So if I distribute the negative sign, that's basically like multiplying these terms by negative 1. So negative 1 times 500 squared is negative 500 squared. Negative 1 times negative 1000 is positive 1000. And negative 1 times positive 1 is negative 1. Now these two 500 squares cancel out. So I'll be left with 1000 minus 1. And 1000 minus 1 is 999. So again, I get 999 as my answer.